Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Emelda, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about thin edges. This usually isn't my type of content, but yeah. So if you don't know me, I've been natural for like 6 years. This is where I grew my hair from, and this is where we are at now. I think like the most recent video I have on my head, this was 2023. I'm going to post more recent pictures, but anyway, that's just to tell you that I know what I'm talking about. So today I'm going to be giving my 5 tips on how to regrow your hairline. So if you're experiencing thinny hairline, is generally just because you're losing more and more hair at the perimeter of your scalp. So my number one tip is going to be to avoid wigs that have to do with glues. Those whole full frontal wigs that you have to put glue on your hair. Every time you take it out, believe it or not, it's going out with some of your edges. I know they look cute and all, but you have to reduce the frequency. If you can't totally cut it out, you have to reduce the frequency. You have to opt for more closure wigs than the whole full frontal because it's damaging your edges, as you can see. My two tip is going to be to use green tea. This is one of my best tips. I really love green tea rinses for your hair. Now, green tea is an antioxidant. It works by blocking DHT, which is a hormone that your body produces for your scalp, for your hair to shed. So basically, green tea acts by blocking the DHT hormone responsible for hair shedding. Thereby, you're keeping those hair, which is going to reduce the frequency which your hair sheds, which means your hair is going to be fuller. So anyway, green tea rinses, you do them. You make sure you do them every single wash day, every single wash day, every single wash day. And now I'll be thinking that you wash your hair at least once a month. So you go in with your shampoo, conditioner, deep conditioner, and when you're done, you can put it in a spray bottle if you want, or you can apply it directly on your scalp, just on a bowl. You pour it on your scalp. But the most important part is not your hair. You apply it on your scalp because your hair sheds from your scalp, and this green tea is going to prevent shedding. So your scalp is the most important when you are doing green tea rinses. So you leave it on for like 30 minutes, then you rinse it out. Thirdly is going to be use more Ayurvedic herbs for your hair, overall health of your hair. So Indians have longer hair because they rely more on herbs to grow their hair. So those are Ayurvedic herbs. So you see things like amla, you see things like fenugreek, you see things like neem, um different. There are a whole variety. You see clay mask to detox the hair, detoxify the hair. So many natural things, hibiscus and all of that. You can incorporate Ayurvedic mask, hair care into your routine, and trust me, you're not going to regret it. There are so many for you to choose from. I highly suggest that you try Ayurvedic herbs out. So you can incorporate this by, like, you can make a paste, you can add it to your deep conditioner. Then every single wash day, I assume that you deep condition your hair when you're washing your hair. So you put those masks, you can put the amla, you put it in your normal deep conditioner. If you're a lazy natural like me, put it in your normal deep conditioner, you mix it. You can add fenugreek powder, you mix it, put it on your hair, and you leave it for 30 minutes, rinse it out. Eventually your hair is going to grow stronger and healthier, which is going to like lead to, like, your stronger hair is hard to get rid of, like break off. So if your hair is healthier, then you're not going to have to deal with shedding and breakage as much, which will lead to hair thinning. My fourth tip will be to do more scalp massages, not just necessarily scalp massages. I want you to do them with oils that are infused with all these natural herbs that help to stimulate hair growth. Now, massaging your scalp alone can stimulate hair growth because you are stimulating blood flow to your scalp, which is going to increase blood flow to your hair follicles. Blood contains nutrients, so if more blood is going to your scalp, it means more blood with healthy nutrients for hair growth are going to be um delivered to your hair follicles, aiding growth, strength, and all of that. So, scalp massages, but with oils. Now, not just oils, I make my own oils. My oils include cloves, rosemary. It can sometimes include amla powder, fenugreek seeds, and I just allow this to infuse for like a couple of weeks, and then I take out small, like in the night, mainly when I want to go to bed. It can be whenever, but I do this mainly at night. I just take few drops and massage, put them on my temples and massage my scalp. I do this for like 10 to 15 minutes, and this really helps with your regrowing your edges. So scalp massages are like very important if you want to help if you want to regrow your edges, because they are going to help stimulate blood flow and, like I said, lead to hair growth. So number 5 and finally on my list is going to be, you have probably heard this a lot, but is to avoid manipulative hairstyles. I know that you have heard this so many times, and I want to really explain how deep it is. If you are doing all these 4 things I've told you to do, but you are still doing hairstyles that will lead to hair loss or that will pick out your edges, you have to know that everything you are doing, there's not going to be any progress. So when I say protective hairstyles, currently under this wig that I'm wearing, I have cornrows all back, and this should be like in the third week. So I make all back, and I make sure I, like, weekly or bi-weekly, I oil my scalp with the oil that I told you that I make. Just oil my scalp. Sometimes I spray clove water on my scalp. I'm a lazy natural. I don't like all these plenty things. So I do it when I remember, and I keep my hair tucked in. My hair is protected. If I want to go out, I put on a wig, or you can tie a scarf. I have plenty scarves. I really like scarves because I even grew up in the north. There's very beautiful ways you can tie your scarf. I can give you a few examples. Beautiful ways you can tie your scarf. So if you want to regrow your edges, this is not even negotiable. You have to stop doing those hairstyles that are plucking and ripping out your edges, because as long as you are going to do them, everything you are going to do is going to be counteractive. You are not going to see any development or improvement with your scalp, with your hairline. So if you are trying to regrow your hairline, I highly suggest that you stick to protective styles. It can be cornrows, it can be mini braids. I don't really like mini twists because they get rough easily, and your hair is just scattered and friction and all of that. So I feel mini braids, your hair is more compact, tied together, it holds moisture a bit more. So yeah, protective styles. Make sure your hair is moisturized. That's like during the installation of those protective styles, you have to make sure that your hair is properly moisturized and your hair can hold that moisture for at least a week. So I go in with leave-in conditioner and make sure I deep condition every wash day. Go in with my leave-in conditioner, seal it in with shea butter or like an oil, and then I tuck my ends in. You have to also make sure your ends are protected because you don't want your ends um breaking off. Then you go in with your, like, you can tie your scarf on it, you can wear your wig at night, or when you come back home you take it off. You make sure that you are treating your hairline with your oils and all of that. Those oils are very essential when you are doing your scalp massages. It really just ties everything together. It makes sure that your scalp is at the best it can be. So you have to make sure that your scalp also has like a healthy environment. You have to make sure that your scalp hygiene is top notch. You're not waiting 2 months before you wash your hair. No, you have to make sure your scalp is clean, as and you are doing those oil treatments your scalp is clean. So those oils are really penetrating into your scalp, and they are helping for new, stronger hair to grow. So anyway, those are my top 5 tips for regrowing your edges. So if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like it. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave it in the comment section below. If you have suggestions too that have helped you, you can put them in the comment section below to help your girl out, help other people out that are trying to regrow their hair. And yeah, don't forget to click on the subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.